It'll be Kitts and Lawrence on the tip. And we're underway from Columbia. South Carolina has first possession, averaging 69.5 points per game so far this season, shooting 41% from the field, 23% from three through 2 games. Kitts, the first bucket belongs to Chloe Kitts.
Yeah, that's something Chloe Kitts has been working on, is her range, ability to spread the floor, not just being an impact player in the paint.
Coppin State averaging 64.3 points per game. They're shooting 42%, 27% from three. Can they find offensive production against a suffocating South Carolina defense, John? That's a question.
Yeah, that's one thing that you have to be able to do. We got the chance to talk to Coach Woods. One thing he wanted his players to do is not let the moment overwhelm you, but just play basketball.
Time running out on the Eagles. And it's a shot clock violation. Here's your starting 5 for the Gamecocks. Tina Pow, Bree Hall, Raven Johnson, Sanaya Fagan, and Chloe Kitts.
You know what's scary? Any one of those players could have been the player to watch, along with about 5 players on the bench.
It's another loaded roster for Coach Staley. This is Fagan. Gets in the paint, kicks it out. Raven Johnson. Her shot no good. And a rebound for Angel Jones, junior guard out of Woodbridge, Virginia. Jones is 5'4", John, but she can be electric.
Oh, yeah, she's got a game on her.
Raven Johnson brings it up for the Gamecocks. Richard Jr. out of Atlanta, Georgia. Runs the show to perfection. Kitts off the glass and one.
All that opened up with Chloe Kitts showing her ability to knock down that mid-range jumper.
First game against Michigan, John, it was a double-double. 19 points, 14 rebounds. 14 boards, tied a career high. Finished the three-point play.
Well, they started slow against Michigan, and she was one of the players that settled them down, scoring their first 6 points, giving them some life on the offensive end.
Starting 5 for the Eagles: Hammond, Gray, Jones, Jenkins, and Lawrence. That's Angel Jones, who's averaging 13.7. Johnson. The follow-up won't go. And Tyler Gray, who runs the show for Coppin State, gets it to Lawrence. Laila Lawrence off the glass and in.
Yeah, Laila Lawrence can score in droves. Got to watch her against Maryland, and one of the things she was able to do is make tough shots on a consistent basis. The higher the level that you play against, the more you have to make those kind of shots.
Pow feeds Fagan. Contact and a foul call. Hammond picked up the foul for Coppin State. Fagan to the line. Hits the first. She had 6 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks in the win against NC State. Gamecocks lead by 2. Laila Lawrence. And she's tied up. And here's the freshman Joyce Edwards out of Camden, South Carolina. She's checked in as well. Belinga gets the bounce. Ari Belinga out of Riverdale, Georgia. Foul's called on Belinga. The inbounds and another whistle. Chloe hits the first. And the second. And you get all those screaming kids at Education Day.
Yeah.
That'll give you a little extra energy.
That'll get you ramped up, right?
Got to put on a show for the Baltimore youth.
Maybe that's just me. We didn't have Education Day when I played. My kneecaps don't activate until after 3 p.m.
That was a pretty floater from Angel Jones. We're tied at 8. Coppin State competitive early on. Hall. Pow short. Jones looks to push. Lost the handle. This one up ahead to Chloe Kitts.
Yeah. Errant play there for Gray.
They're being out rebounded 6-3. This is Hammond. Trying to get it to Gray. 2 seconds. Gets the shot off. Back iron. Fight for the rebound. It's won by Chloe Kitts. MiLaysia Fulwiley. And she's fouled. She had surgery to remove scar tissue in her knee in early October. She's past first point guard at Bishop McNamara High School.
Yeah, pass first point guard, but also has the ability to spread the floor from three. And this is a great game for her to get her legs under her and start to gain some confidence.
Jones gets it to Lawrence. Unable to finish. Another opportunity for the Eagles. Gaston hits. Turnover here. It's Angel Jones the other way for the Eagles. Coppin State takes the lead. 13-11. Fulwiley.
Battle of the guards right now between Angel Jones and MiLaysia Fulwiley.
Fulwiley had 18 points on Sunday against NC State. Laila Lawrence. Oh, connects.
Yeah, I told you, unicorn, man. She'll post you up. She's got this wild little Dirk fadeaway that she does in the mid-range, but then also, if you give her daylight at the perimeter, she's pulling.
Getting inside and finishing is the freshman Joyce Edwards. And she started against NC State, had 8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals against the Wolfpack. Lawrence unable to hit. It's recovered by Gaston. Another opportunity for Coppin State. Gaston for 3. Edwards corrals the rebound. And she'll take it herself, draws contact, doesn't get the roll. From the charity stripe. 2024 Gatorade National Player of the Year. Last year leading Camden, to a state championship.
Yeah, there's not much you could do against her in high school.
6 ties in this game already. We're currently tied at 16. Lawrence. Unable to get it inside to Belenga. Hits. And 1. She found Meredith Dowder.
Defense leading the offense. Chloe Kitt corrals the ball, finds their teammate Dowda, and she finishes with the contact.
And a foul on Laila Lawrence, her second. That could be big. Lawrence with 2 fouls. The fadeaway won't go. Fulwiley. Left open and hits.
That's what makes Fulwiley one of the most dynamic guards in the nation, because of her ability to just stop on the drop of the dime and just get it and score.
Oh, she feeds Kitts. Kitts stays with it and finishes from in close.
Beautiful basketball.
10 points already for Chloe Kitts. Gamecocks have made their last 5 shots. They lead 23-16. Jones. It's tipped back. Lawrence passes on the 3. Instead, it's Gaston. Hits with the rebound. And that's how the first quarter will end. And you put your players through. So when they put that schedule together, they did it because they wanted to challenge themselves, working towards playing for March and April, in November and December.
Absolutely, and they do that every year. Every year they've scheduled difficult, tough, not to buffer, not to buffer your schedule or anything like that. It's to test you. You want to be hardened by the season, and by the time you get to the NCAA tournament, you're properly prepared for it. By the time you get to the SEC, you're properly prepared for it.
That's their largest lead, 9. Belenga cuts it to 7. Fulwiley. She hits over Hammond.
Yeah, there's too much space. She recognized it. took advantage, knocked down the jumper.
7 points for MiLaysia Fulwiley. The lead back to 9. Angel Jones. Hammond thought about it. She usually takes those. Instead, it's Belinga. Rebound for Fulwiley. Kitts. She'll kick it out. McDaniel does the same. Fulwiley for 3. Got it.
Beautiful shot from MiLaysia Fulwiley.
Hammond.
It might be Hammond's first layup. And so then you have to show your ability to knock down the mid-range jumper, get all the way to the basket, or get feet in the paint so that you can create for your teammates.
She shot 32% from 3 last year for Arkansas. Had a pretty big game against South Carolina. She had 19 points last February against the Gamecocks. Now she is a Gamecock. Lawrence off the mark. And Kitts will lead the rush. Kitts inside to Dowda. She'll draw the foul.
But because she's a defensive-minded forward, a lot of the time she's going to be in the mix.
Coppin State only has 10 active for tonight. They can't afford too much foul trouble. Gets to Lowry. Kel Lowry, a freshman guard from Baltimore, Maryland. Local player for Coppin State. Hammond, no room. Johnson stays with Jones. Terrific defense from Raven Johnson. Hammond tees it up. In and out. And a rebound for Johnson. Coppin now 0 for their last 8 on 3-pointers. Pow, the spin move.
Beautiful.
It's a Fagan.
Beautiful. Pow keeping her head up. But I think that they have all the pieces, talent-wise, skill-wise, to be able to do it again.
And certainly this team has the thought process that there's no reason why they can't. All the talent that they bring back. They lead 33-20 over Coppin State. Eagles were battling early, John, but they've been struggling here over the last 4 minutes. Jones puts an end to that.
Absolutely. And the reason why there was such a offensive lull for Coppin State is because South Carolina really ramped it up on the defensive end and made it more of a half-court game for Coppin State. Right there, Angel Jones was able to get an open floor situation where she could just get to her spot and finish.
Bounces off Jenkins and a turnover. Here's Joyce Edwards. Lays it up and in. Now Angel Jones. 10 seconds. It's Lawrence inside. Well defended by Adele Tack. An open Pow. Passes on the 3. Instead, she gets inside in the paint and converts.
And that's what South Carolina has really been focusing on, is whether it's a post entry or a drive, you need to get 2 feet in the paint area.
And for Pow, she's just so dangerous all over the floor.
Yeah. It should be easier for her to get into the paint because of her 3-point shooting ability. All it takes is a pump fake for her to get 2 feet down there, and then she can just create.
Speaking of 3-point ability, there's Bree Hall. It's a balanced unit for Coach Staley. And the lead has ballooned to 18 with 2 minutes remaining in the half. Lawrence trying to get help from Jones. She's checked by Pow. Gaston rattles it in.
And Gaston has definitely been hunting for that 3-ball, understanding that she's going to have a bigger person on her at times, and so when she can get a little bit of space, she's going to let it go.
She's got 6. Fulwiley, an open Pow.
One thing you didn't notice was that Fulwiley no-look baseline pass. Her eyes were in the paint. making the defense think that she was going to dump off to one of her post players. It sucked in Pow Pow's defender where she could just make that baseline drift pass.
Pow Pow now has 7. 10 seconds for Angel Jones. Runs out of room. Gets it back. She'll fire for 3. That's good.
They are smaller, so they're going to play the game as if, all right, I got something to prove here. I need to crash the boards even harder. If there's a loose ball, I need to get it. If you're not strong with the ball, I'm going to be swiping at it. And so you saw South Carolina make the adjustment in that second quarter.
We're going to say Fulwiley stepped out of bounds. They trailed by 16. Angel Jones, the only Eagle in double digits. She has 11. Runs out of room. And the heave won't go for Nia Gaston.
Trying to find the angles needed for the best pass possible.
Underway here in the second half. And a whistle is going to be called on the Gamecocks. Lawrence hands off to Jones, who had a great first half.
And Angel Jones picking up where she left off.
She's got 13. Kitts has 10 for the Gamecocks. Kicks it to Pow Pow. She hits from the corner.
Yeah, that's a rhythm jumper if you ever have seen it.
Trying to get it inside to Lawrence, who had good position. It's going to be fouled by Fagan. Laila Lawrence, 5 points, 2 boards. Round of applause you hear is for Ashlyn Watkins, who checks in for the first time. She replaces Sanaya Fagan. Watkins, the junior forward from right here in Columbia. This will be the first free throw of the game for Coppin State. An odd stat.
Is it, though? Against South Carolina, is it?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, it's like shooting up against a 7-foot wall. I mean.
And a wall with discipline.
A wall with discipline, and that's the thing, too. It's not just jumping out of control and chaotically swinging. No. They're playing disciplined basketball. Ooh.
Great move from Chloe Kitts.
Yeah, Chloe,
she's got 12.
Chloe Kitts with the drag euro. I love it.
Tyler Gray held scoreless in the first half. Lawrence feeds Jones. Pow Pow was met briefly by Tyler Gray. Watkins, give her some space on the outside. Kitts continues to assert herself. Amina just 2 points in the first half, averaging 10 so far this season. They get it inside to Balinga. South Carolina basketball. Fulwiley. Off the mark, offensive rebound for Ashlyn Watkins. Pow Pow. Laila Lawrence. She's denied by Watkins. And her season debut. "19 minutes off the bench for Watkins against the Wolfpack, 6.6 rebounds. He was a second-team All-SEC selection last season. Hall from the corner. Got it!
Now you're seeing South Carolina really start to get themselves in a rhythm, and it's because of them running the floor as quickly as possible before the defense gets set.
Floater too strong from Jones. Lead is 22. Kitts feeds Watkins.
The player that can average a double-double on a consistent clip just based off of her motor.
Watkins This is the second. And it's Gray the other way for the Eagles, who trail 57-34. Gray marked by Bree Hall. Ten seconds. And Lawrence lost it, and it's a turnover for Coppin State. Here's Fulwiley. Splits the defense and converts.
Yeah, MiLaysia Fulwiley is such a blur in that open floor.
And Lawrence, and one on the other end.
And you can see it. As soon as she saw a little bit of daylight, she recognized it and then just went through the lane and finished with 3 defenders. Made it look easy.
Lawrence will try to finish the three-point play. Unable to do so. Another rebound for Watkins. This is the freshman McDaniel. Now Watkins. Fulwiley. How did she find room, John?
Well, she recognized that the defense really wasn't playing defense. They were just kind of standing there.
Gray's been kept off the score sheet. Belinga. Gaston's been dangerous. Can't hit. Gamecocks will look to build on their lead here. They're up 61-36. Daniel in some trouble. Just 2 points. She's 0 for 3 from behind the arc. They'll need to get her going if they want to get back into this one. Great ball movement from South Carolina. Fulwiley.
Yeah, we talked about rhythm being a huge thing for South Carolina when they can get themselves into a rhythm every single game. And so what you see is those teams that have the most depth, even when your best player or 2 players aren't having the game that they'd like, you're still finding ways to pull out wins.
Gamecocks on a 16-2 run. Pow finds an open Edwards. Lawrence. Offensive rebound for Tyler Gray. A whistle. She's 3 for 6 on the season so far from the free throw line. And misses the first. Her second season with Coppin State. First 2 seasons were with College of Charleston. Started every game in that shortened COVID season. And then went the JUCO route, and now with the Eagles.
She's a high IQ guard, a floor general out there, really looks to distribute the ball, but also sees her own individual offensive opportunities.
That's a great look inside to Ashlyn Watkins.
That was about to be on a MiLaysia Fulwiley highlight reel.
And we've seen a lot of those.
Too many.
Lawrence. Oh, she beat the clock. Count it for later.
It's not a competition all the time when it comes to off-court things. And, you know, obviously on the court, you want it to be competitive.
It's the second straight season they're playing the defending national champion, because last season they hosted LSU in their non-conference finale in front of a sold-out crowd. Dropped that matchup against the Tigers 80-48. This year they're also hosting a power conference team. Arizona State's going to head to Baltimore on December 5th to play Coppin State. Next year they're going to host the Gamecocks.
Yeah, it just gives a ton of attention to Coppin State, MEAC conference.
It's tracks down the rebound, but Daniel thought about it. Instead, it's Fulwiley.
Yeah, now she's in her bag.
Lawrence kicks it out. Gray pulls up and hits. Three points now for Gray. Hits an open three. That's good.
Oh, my. Talk about Chloe Kitts that could make the defense play you honest.
The Gamecocks are now 9 for 19 from behind the arc. Kitts has 17. Oh, great shot from Hammond.
Yeah, that's one of the few times we've seen her have some daylight out there.
Fulwiley takes it back out. McDaniel on the drive. Unable to finish. Kitts, the follow-up. Off the glass and in.
And, you know, Kitts doesn't look like she's extremely strong. She's powerful down there. Her ability to get the ball up, hand slapping down, sometimes people grabbing her. She still finds a way to get the ball at the basket and give it a chance.
She's got 19 and 9. Belinga was fouled. Belinga hits the first. 3 seasons at Coastal for Belinga. 78 games, but limited minutes. Fulwiley. Oh, she drills it.
She went under that screen. And when Fulwiley's feeling it like she's feeling it.
Lawrence, a deep 3. Impressive. And Laila Lawrence.
Yeah, Laila Lawrence popping off of that screen, just giving herself enough daylight to...
Hall draws contact. She'll head to the line. Fulwiley will get a rest. Hall to the line. Bree Hall had 7 points against Michigan, 4 against NC State. She can shoot. She's terrific defensively.
Absolutely. She's a Swiss Army knife. She kind of can play multiple positions, guard multiple positions, and not just guard. I mean, she guards with tenacity. And honestly, that was big for South Carolina as far as winning some key games last year.
She can ball handle as well. Dowda will take it.
Yeah, Dowda said that air ball was a hoax. This is how I really shoot.
First 3 of the season. I mentioned she made 32% of them last year. Ten seconds for Gray. She checked by Hall. Hands off to Lawrence. Oh, another one for Laila Lawrence.
Yeah, that's one thing about Laila Lawrence. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. She's going to keep competing, keep playing, keep hunting.
Dowda, this one's off the mark. Approaching 4 minutes to go. South Carolina leads 84-53. Under 10 for Gray. Lawrence turns around on Watkins. Laila Lawrence is delivering for Coppin State.
I was waiting for that Dirk turnaround. I've seen her do it in every game where she even practices that in warm-ups where she's just working on that off-foot pull-up jump shot.
And Edwards responds on the other end.
And this is why the Gamecock staff are so high on her.
Gamecock lead is 31. Gray. Worley. She connects.
And that was actually a system play run from Coppin State where they were able to get themselves a good look.
Edwards off the mark. Put back no good from Walker. But Dowda is able to deliver. Under 10 for Hammond. She'll fire. And he told us, John, I'm in the huddle. I'm coaching principals not to score. Going to be down some, up some. The game has to be played the right way, whether they're up 30, down 30. Said, I'm going to coach basketball because you can always get better no matter what the score is. You can always do something right.
In order to beat teams like South Carolina, you have to be almost perfect. And for them, they can take the good film that they get from this game to get themselves ready for the MEAC.
So you stack days, you stack wins.
Absolutely. And every day, we call them daily deposits where I'm from, as far as just giving a little bit, get 1% better. And each day, that adds up to reap big rewards.
With players like Angel Jones, brings Coppin State to 60. They're going to be dangerous in the MEAC this season.
I believe so, especially with their individual talent.
McDaniel, the circus shot, and it goes.
Yeah, McDaniels is so low to the ground and so shifty. She knows how to get to those spots that look impossible to most.
Under a minute remaining. First career bucket for Maddie McDaniel. Not a bad way to get it, John.
Absolutely.
In and out for Jones. Edwards leads the rush. Joyce Edwards takes it herself and draws the foul. Send Joyce Edwards to the line. Edwards hits the first. Number 2 recruit in the class of 2024, McDonald's All-American. She played for the USA Women's Basketball Under-18 national team. And a whistle. Clock issue here, John?
I really don't know.
And it was a shot clock reset. Edwards pulls up. Off the mark. Angel Jones. Checked by Hall. Jones on the drive. Won't go. A rebound for Dowda. And McDaniel will dribble it out. An impressive performance for the Gamecocks.